had a backlog of things that I've been wanting to check out, so I'm trying to rattle through those. I did get to Amnesia: The Bunker.
Hey, what'd you think?
Yeah, that one is a game that I would definitely say like get it on Game Pass because it's pretty spendy for how long the game lasts.
You beat it?
Yes, I did.
How
And
about
like
that final
and
boss?
even me beat it. I know, like I beat it in 8 hours, which is crazy. I never beat games in in a one sitting. But yeah, I pushed through the end. I went a little bit longer than I normally go, but I felt like I was close to the end. The final boss, how did I feel about it? I'm not sure what you're getting at.
Okay.
Like you could mean a couple of things because I got to, I got
found
to a
it,
thing and it was a tricky thing, and I tricked it and I did a thing and then I got a thing. Then I left.
I found it relatively lackluster for the
yeah.
That was just me personally, but overall, did you think it was like a good Amnesia game?
No, I would agree with that. Relatively lackluster, but the game in and of itself was fine. There was a couple of annoying things. The fact that you had to go back to one specific area every time you wanted to save the game. That was annoying. The fact that like you put like gas in a generator in a bunker. It's a World War I bunker. You put gas in a generator and you fire up the generator and the lights come on, and the lights, protect you from what's out there. And it lasts for like it lasts so little amount of time. You're just like, I'll just wander around in the dark, whatever. Yeah. So like it wasn't bad actually. Like I enjoyed the way that they kept you like, okay, you have to go to this area now. Oh, you got this little piece of information, and that information says you got to go see, Captain Chuck over here to get the key to this thing. And then Captain Chuck leaves you a note that's like, no, I gave it to Billy. Corporal Billy has it, and you're like, fucking Corporal Billy, always taking shit. And you go find Corporal Billy leaves you a key and a note that says, this key unlocks this place, but I left it over there. Like, God damn you. So I didn't actually mind that. There was a lot of, moving back and forth and like, having to go to one place, from one place to the other.
Was it scary? I like Billy, man.
It can be.
Yeah. Good answer.
It can be very tense at times.
Yeah.
Because part of the mechanic is the lights keep you safe from the thing, and the thing, you can hear the thing. Like when it's coming or close to you or whatever, you hear the thing and it gets like, more and more tense when you're just like, and everything you do makes noise, and noise attracts things. And it gave me a game that did this way better, but this one was still pretty good, is Alien Isolation. It's similar to that feeling, except
Agreed.
Alien Isolation was way more terrifying.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
The thing, like, have we talked about the bunker before? I think so. I may be rehashing a bit here.
I don't know if we have. I think this is the first time. But
the thing with this game is like, I love Amnesia games. I really liked this game, but I definitely felt like the type of game Amnesia is for me works in a much better framework when it's linear and you're constantly moving through new areas and like you never know what's around the corner. And the problem with the bunker was you're kind of always going around the same areas and you're constantly having to run back to this area like the whole game. And that kind of, when you run through the same area for like the 10th time in a horror game, it gets significantly less scary. It's just like the whole thing kind of like that whole feeling doesn't really keep you, you don't stay tense, And for me, I was actually the opposite of Zeke, funny enough. I got a huge amount of fuel. I figured out how to keep getting fuel. And I got to the point where like my lights run all the time. And the other thing that I didn't really like about it is the whole premise.
Is it because I didn't go to the fuel dump?
Probably, yes.
Because there was one area of the game I avoided, and that was it. Or I didn't avoid it, but I didn't clear it out or whatever.
And another thing about this game that I didn't really like is one thing about horror games that I love so much is the immersion of them, is going slowly and listening to every sound effect and, cautiously going into rooms and around areas and looking around at everything you're seeing to really experience them, which you do in the other Amnesia games. But this game, makes you feel the opposite, where you fill up the generator and then you're like, okay, I gotta go as fast as I can. I gotta go to this place, gotta go to this place, gotta get this done because my generator's running low on fuel. Like it's more frantic. And I think that for some people, I think that makes it scarier because they feel like they need to move quick or the monster's going to get them. But for me, it did the opposite. It made it a far less immersive and much more about just do the thing, get the item, get the goal. And it didn't really work as well for me. Yeah.
Okay.
So I definitely prefer, I had fun with this game. It was more Amnesia. It was cool, but I definitely liked the other ones more. Yeah.
And this is on Game Pass, you said? That's the best
Yes.
price. What's it cost?
It is
not
definitely
Game Pass.
25. I think. Let me make sure. Yeah, $24.99.
Okay.
And that's a bit high for
Yeah, I saw
experience.
10 VODs for Coast. So that was a 6-hour-ish experience for him. Yeah. Pretty short, for sure.
Yep.
How much of this here's a harder question.
Here,
well, go ahead and then I'll ask the harder question.
I was gonna say the kind of gotcha here is that they say they said that it was short because the game is procedural, where a lot of the loot and codes and numbers and stuff change around.
Oh,
But the problem is none of that stuff like makes me want to play it again. So it's like it's still all the same areas, it's still the same monster, it's still the same story. Like there's not like
To call it procedural, I think is misleading. It is randomized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they may actually use the term randomized. I'm not sure what term they use, but
Okay.
I had no urge to play it again.
I wasn't
when
saying
was
you were misleading. I heard the same thing. Like,
Gotcha.
Here's the harder question I wanted to ask the two of you. How much of this game and kind of the franchise is just coasting on that first game success at this point?
Now, here's the thing. It's interesting that you say that because I will say that the devs absolutely took a risk with this. They did change up the base formula. They are trying to push forward.
Yeah.
They're trying to add new mechanics. And I mean, this is arguably a new gameplay loop in a lot of ways. So it's clearly them making an effort. I will say though, the last Amnesia game I found like significantly more enjoying. The one where you like go to crazy locations and they actually like try to put, some concreteness into their story and world and stuff. I found that like fascinatingly cool.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because I like the setting more, but yeah, I mean, they are trying to push it forward. They didn't just make another Amnesia game. Like this is definitely a new take on Amnesia. So credit where it's due.
Zeke, for you, same answer. You played, I think, almost all of them.
I let me see. Let me just make sure that I'm not telling tales out of school here, because
there's the first one. There's Machine for Pigs,
Amnesia,
Amnesia
The Bunker,
2.
Rebirth. Yep, Machine for Pigs and The Dark Descent, which is the first one, right?
Yeah,
Dark Descent's the first one.
See.
Machines for Pigs was the not so great second one, and Rebirth was the very strange
third
one before Bunker.
Yeah,
it's weird. I have around 12 hours in the first game, and 8 hours in Bunker, but I have Machine for Pigs and Rebirth. But I'm wondering if I played them on a different platform than Steam.
Did you play Rebirth?
I'm not sure if I played either of those, Machine for Pigs or Rebirth.
Really?
I might not have.
Rebirth is
I don't
an
know.
experience. Yeah, Rebirth kind of goes off the rails a little bit in terms of Amnesia
good
rails, if there are any. I loved it. Personally, I thought it was fantastic. But I also like weird things.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I too like weird things.
Yeah.
great. Glad we got that covered.
JP, do you like weird things?
You like weird things? I'm kind of curious.
No,
What is
I'm
your,
kind of vanilla. I keep it normal over here. Yeah.